I'm Stephen Kelly, I'm 46 and I co-own a Hamilton Kelly Investment Partnership, which is a commercial property investment and asset management company, more commonly known as HKIP. I have been with Davey at DMC for coming on 8 years now and have enjoyed every moment. I hired Davey after one of my close friends, John Ray, had been seeing Davey for a period of time and had recommended him. I was feeling probably a little bit sluggish and that I needed to do something to reinvigorate myself in terms of my health and fitness. So in my first 6 months, my results were probably the most dramatic, I guess, of all the time that I've been with Davey. I probably lost 3.5 stone very quickly. And I think that was mainly as a result of obviously the fitness and the working out, but probably as much as anything else, Davey focusing my mind when it came to my health and nutrition. But certainly the first 6 months, 3.5 stone I managed to lose. So I've been with Davey quite a long time, as I said earlier, 7-8 years. And one of the things that I enjoy about being at DMC is the variety that I've been able to enjoy in my training regime. And probably after the first year or two, Davey himself was quite heavily into kettlebell sport and introduced me to that, which I very quickly began to enjoy myself. It's a highly competitive sport. It's very taxing. It's very hard on you physically, and that was something that I enjoyed. So working with Davey, I managed to gain a certain level of skill. Indeed, I won a small competition up in Aberdeen, which was a real highlight for me. And again, that's part of my personality, I guess. I like to try and achieve things. I like to try and meet goals. So that was something that I had achieved with Davey. Brand new skill I had learnt. And obviously I still use kettlebells now as part of my training regime. But that was something that I thoroughly enjoyed, and that was probably for a 2-year period, I guess, with Davey, up to maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Once I got into the DMC program, I exercised a lot more. Occasionally I would go slightly off-piste with some of the things I was doing against Davey's recommendations, and those tended to be the times where I flared up my back problem. But what DMC, or what Davey was able to do, was to show me that a lot of that was coming from not stretching, poor mobility, tight calves, tight hamstrings, tight glutes, and not stretching those areas properly, and all of that was pulling on my back, my lower back, and I would get the occasional problem. And unfortunately, sometimes that problem would cause me to be out of action, I guess, for periods of 2, 3, 4 months at a time. More recently, I had a real problem, and I don't quite know how I did it. I'm not sure it was exercise or whether I just turned badly or something, but I had a real problem probably about 2 years ago. And Davey and I worked very, very hard on the stretching and mobility, and since then my back's been probably the strongest it's been, I guess, since I was a young man. I do a lot of different exercises and I don't ever get any problems coming from my lower back, and I feel, importantly, very confident when I'm doing exercise. I feel confident that my back's not going to give me a problem, which allows me to train properly. Probably one of the more exciting phases for me of my time with Davey is we've started getting into kickboxing, which was a brand new skill for me. Hadn't done it any time prior to 9 months ago, maybe a year ago. And so I'm really focused on that at the moment. Obviously I do my own exercise. I've got a gym at home now. I didn't have that before I came to DMC, but working with Davey, he's made me enjoy exercise to the extent that I've kitted out a room in my house, which is a fully functioning gym. So I do my own exercise at home, learning all the things that I've learnt from Davey, use those skills at home. But in here, when I'm with Davey on a Thursday, we focus very much on the kickboxing, which is great. And as I say, I'm looking to take the level of skill I have at the moment, which is modest, but I'm getting there, but really look to try and push that on in the next 12, 18 months and become a reasonably proficient kickboxer. Davey is the guy that I train with most of the time. We've got a really good understanding. He can very quickly sense when I come in on a Thursday morning if there's maybe something on my mind. And to be honest, I like to think that I've probably got the same relationship with Davey. Occasionally I'll say to him, "What's up?" Or you both, we've got a strong emotional connection, which I really enjoy. Don't have that with all that many guys or girls, other than my wife, obviously. But it's nice to have that connection. You can second guess what somebody's thinking. And it's just good, you both think along the same lines. We've both got similar ambitions. David's got great ambitions for his business, as I have for mine. And so you have shared goals and aspirations. Might not be specifically the same, but the intent is there. And so I've really enjoyed that. It's good to have a good friend. Yes, he's my coach, but he's also a very good friend. And that's something that you have to value.